It's a Christmas miracle.
Is it?
It is. Christmas has come early here at Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the cancellation of Netflix's Cowboy Bebop. Netflix did it good.
They canceled, but they have so many other ones coming out yet. So wait, they get one season out and cancel it after it's already out there. So they're not doing a second one.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean they're stopping all the other ones they're going to do.
No, please turn back on One Piece. Please turn back. I don't think they're going to. But yeah, this is interesting because I was actually thinking about this literally just yesterday. This show has been derided by fans and casuals alike. And
everybody has been shitting on it. Critics.
People are gonna hate watch it. They're gonna check it out, and the numbers were actually pretty good for it. It
was in the top 10.
Yeah, it was in the top 10.
You know what wasn't though? Revelations Part 2. Just saying. Yeah. Now watch him get a second show.
I don't know. That animation's pretty expensive, so I don't think there's going to be. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's going to be a second.
It didn't even make the top 10. This one did.
This did make the top 10. I think it was a train wreck. I think a lot of people were watching it just to see how bad it was. And I remember thinking to myself, they're going to renew this show because they're going to take that as a sign that people want more of this show. And clearly people send a message. They do not want this show. A little heartbroken because we're not going to get an entire season.
Oh, thank God.
Of Ed in live action.
No, thank you.
Thank God. Thank you, Santa. It's a good day. We're gonna talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 245,000 subs.
Woo!
Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about anime. We talk about streaming. We talk about pop culture. And look, it's not just us.
No.
Everybody hates this show.
Pretty much everybody. The critics don't like it. A lot of the fans don't like it. It's just been all around not a win.
No, and I'm sure it looks cheap by movie standards, but I'm sure still for a Netflix show, it's very expensive. Mm-hmm. So Netflix executives have to be looking at this like, well, nobody seems to like this show, and it costs a lot of money. This probably isn't a good idea.
But wait, they're not going to go out and have a narrative that if you don't like the show and you're critics and you don't like the show, that you're an alt-right person, that you are a misogynistic, racist, istophobic something?
Oh, I'm sure there will be hit pieces. It was just announced this evening that it was canceled.
Well, because there are a lot of people that didn't like it were the critics. How are they going to write hit pieces against themselves? It's okay when they don't like something.
I'm telling you, and I tweeted the other day, the pendulum is starting to swing back to center. These networks, especially Netflix, especially after the Dave Chappelle situation, I think if anything, the Dave Chappelle situation opened their eyes, like who is actually buying our product, who is actually, paying the bills here at Netflix. And, not that they're going to, stop doing diverse and inclusive shows, and that's fine. But you don't take a classic like Cowboy Bebop and bastardize it and not get pushback.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about this. This is coming from Hollywood Reporter. I think they're the ones that broke the news a couple hours ago. Cowboy Bebop canceled by Netflix after only one season. Exclusive. The streamer has canceled the anime adaptation of the space western after its premiere less than a month ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, they already had the whole season done, so, it's still out there. They didn't lose anything.
They made such a big deal. A big deal about Ed.
God, Ed.
People
God. Were not happy. They were like, what the hell? When they saw Ed.
I watched the first episode, and actually until Faye showed up, I think we said before, it was like, okay, this isn't terrible. It's like a Tarantino type thing, whatever. But then I watched the end of the last episode just because I had to see Radical Edward in live action, and I was like, oh my God, I cannot stomach this kid for an entire season. So we're not going to have to worry about it. We're not going to have to worry about that.
No.
That was fast. Netflix has canceled its ambitious, widely hyped, and ultimately widely disappointing. Widely panned, disappointing anime adaptation Cowboy Bebop, the Hollywood Reporter has learned, and I don't think One Piece is going to make it much longer either.
Well, I don't know. I hope not, because you think Cowboy Bebop's bad. I hate to see what they do to One Piece.
How are they going to do Luffy on live action?
Well, I'm just waiting to see what they do, how they ruin Avatar.
Oh, God, that's going to be, yeah. Oh, yeah, just you wait. Wait for Avatar. That's going to be
bad enough people that the original, the creators don't want to be associated with it.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Yeah, they bailed. They're like, yeah, whatever you see.
Creative differences.
They even said, whatever you see on screen, just know it did not come from us.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty
that's
bad.
The move comes less than 3 weeks after the show's November 19th debut.
It only has been, but it seems like so long ago.
Hey, in Netflix years, that's like 3
Netflix
human
time,
years.
Yeah, it's like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 3 human years. The Space Western had a rough reception. The 10-episode series garnered only a 46% positive critical score. Fans seem to agree, giving the show a 56% positive, and I think that was inflated. People were coming in to try to save it.
Of course they were.
Stick it to the Yahtzees, the
right.
haters. You know, the Yahtzees over at Polygon that didn't like it either. According to Netflix's top 10 site, the series has racked up almost 74 million viewing hours since its debut.
Viewing hours.
Right.
What counts as a viewing hour? Like how much time actually do you watch before it's counted as an hour?
Well, I say it got plenty of sampling out of the gate, but plummeted 59% for the week of November.
People were like,
29th
okay, well, I'll give it a chance, and then holy shit, and then turned it off.
Yeah, it was like us. You know, you watch the first episode, it's like, nope.
Yeah, out.
Nope, I'm out. Insiders pointed out Netflix's renewal rate for scripted series that have 2 or more seasons stands at 60%, but this one was heavily hyped, and this was supposed to be the future. Like, we're going to take all these classic anime and make them live action.
Clearly set it up for a second one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think people want to see more Ed. I'm sorry, I don't think anybody wanted to see more Ed.
This sets in line with industry averages, and like all Netflix renewal verdicts, the decision was made by balancing the show's viewership and cost, and I do not think there will be another season of Masters of the Universe Revelation.
No, they thought Cowboy Bebop did bad. Part 2 didn't even make the top 10.
Yep. The streamer also prides itself on taking big swings on projects like Cowboy Bebop and has many other genre shows on the air and in the works. The project is the latest attempt to reinvent Japanese anime as live action. You don't. That's the problem. They're talking about 2009's Dragon Ball Evolution, 2017's Ghost in the Shell, and Netflix's own Death Note. The biggest success so far was Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, you're allowed to say that? Is Hollywood Reporter allowed to say that?
The pendulum is swinging, finally.
Because when Alita came out, a lot of these blogs tried to shut it down. They were like, well, you know, her boobs are problematic and all this other shit. And then they were pitting her against Captain Marvel, which I remember I've been saying it many times. I'm like, you had 2 female leads in big movies. It was a win for women if you truly believe that. And your answer was to pit them against each other. Now, arguably, Alita. There was no arguably about it. Alita did really well. It was a good movie. A lot of people liked it and they want a second one.
Yeah, Alita was actually, I mean, I was shocked how close it was, especially to the OVA. And it didn't come off as being hokey or cheesy.
It did come off as being too, like the Cowboy Bebop was close too, but it didn't work.
It didn't work. They really cheesed it up. But, you know, again, we're talking the budget Alita had versus Cowboy Bebop.
That's true. But I'm just saying, you even had to pull their teeth to get to say it. The biggest success so far was arguably. They even had to put arguably in there. No, there's no arguably.
Yeah, no, it's Alita so far is the gold standard, I think, for anime adaptations.
It's only arguably because places like Hollywood, I don't know if the Hollywood Reporter did, but blogs like the Hollywood Reporter shit all over it.
The Hollywood Reporter's Angie Han wrote, Cowboy Bebop was faithful to a fault.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't? People were saying it was that it was too much copy. Was that everybody was saying?
Oh, it was a bad copy. There was so much.
Saying, people were saying. They were like, man, you either have one or two things. You have people saying it copied too much or people saying that it was too far off. But most people I've heard from said they thought it was too much of a copy.
No, actually the stuff they changed didn't make a lot of sense.
No, it didn't. They rearranged things a lot.
Yeah, the sharp anime visuals were reduced to muddy CG. The playful humor translated as phony laughter. Yeah. It seemed like a parody of Cowboy Bebop.
The lived-in greatness replaced with shoddy-looking sets.
And the remake seems to have no point at all.
Exactly, cash grab.
Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, we're looking at more of this. Mm-hmm. You know, again, Netflix, maybe you'll learn something. I have zero hope for One Piece. I think it's going to be terrible.
I have zero hope Netflix learned anything.
I don't think they did either.
I think it's just somebody in the money, one of the money people were like, cut our losses, let's move on.
Yeah, I think so. And maybe this is a lesson that, some of these studios have to learn.
But I figure they'll get one right.
Eventually they'll strike gold. Yeah.
Then they'll be like, see? See?
It took us, we had to ruin like 13 anime series until we finally found one that works in live action.
Never mind, there's probably all kinds of fresh new things out there, or new series pitches for anime shows that they could pick up or be part of. That would be something different and new. But no, that, why take a chance on that?
Why? I mean, this is the thing too. Netflix is dumping a bunch of money into producing their own quote unquote anime, and some of it's not anime, but like, why don't you spend the money you were going to spend on this and actually have, like Sunrise or somebody do a new series that's really top shelf?
It's not anime, but how about more Klaus and less Cowboy Bebop?
There you go.
I mean, doesn't have to be Christmas, but like more things like Klaus.
Klaus is amazing.
And it was up for awards and everything else. It was really good. How about more of that kind of stuff and less of this? And you probably shouldn't have your lead actress going around and calling people names before the show even came out.
That did not help at all. People were already, because of Daniela Pineda shooting her mouth off, people were already, soured on the show before it premiered. Now, that's not the only reason. If she had knocked it out of the park, it might have been like, okay, whatever. She's allowed to talk. But that was not the case. Actually, Faye ruined the show for me.
Yeah, she was like the weakest.
She was like, at first I was like, okay, Jet and Spike, not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible. And then as soon as Faye showed up, I'm like, oh, hell no. Please shut up. Just shut up.
When you bought like things like My Little Pony and you had like the real ones, and then you go to Dollar General and then you find the knockoff ones.
Yes.
It's like they're like the knockoff Dollar General ponies. But ironically, some of those are worth more than the original ponies. But that's what it reminds me of. You have the original, and then you have like you have the original movie, like Disney movie, and then you have like Frozen, and then you have a knockoff version.
Yeah.
Like Fresh Snow or something.
Fresh Snow.
I'm just like, or
that sounds like the adult.
Snow go or something like that.
Whoa, that sounds like the adult version. Fresh snow, fresh
That's
powder.
Like a cocaine thing. Anyway,
lines of snow.
Lines of snow. You know what I mean? It's like that.
It's going to be really awkward now because they've got graphic novels and comic books coming out based on the Netflix show that's already been canceled. And they still haven't come out
but
yet.
The comics, they said, are better.
They said the comics are better. Yeah. I'm like,
I can't speak to it because I haven't seen them.
No, we were actually at the comic shop today, and I didn't see them. But there were so many new comics out there.
There was a lot of comics there.
I zeroed in on the Toriyama Viz. It's his short manga volume. It was nice.
Pinky Boo walked out with a Gretzko.
Yeah.
Comic and stuff. So yeah.
We weren't there looking for the live action Cowboy Bebop.
Was it even out yet?
I don't know. It might not be.
If it was out, I would have grabbed it if I had seen it.
Yeah, so this isn't going to age well. I mean, these comics are going to come out like months after the show's already been canceled and everybody's forgotten about it. Good luck with that. I hope they have toys planned.
I'm just bummed because they said it's really good.
Yeah. This is IO9 saying that, so who knows?
And Charles here is up and down depending. Do we even know is it out yet? I have no idea.
I think this week. Does it come out this week? I don't know. Who the hell cares?
But apparently the comic's decent-ish.
Yeah, that
well,
happens
actually,
sometimes.
if any of you have read it, let us know if the comic's good or not, because I haven't read it.
Yeah, it's for a Western comic, it doesn't look terrible, but it's
they're news stories, right? They're not like
they're news stories based on the Netflix universe. So
clearly because we have
so it's a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff.
I like
a knockoff.
Steve.
All right,
touch my pee-pee. Some people get what I'm talking about.
Yeah, some people are gonna fantasize about that. We're gonna wrap this up, I think, right?
Yep.
All right. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.